just push a button and it starts recording like that. So check it out, though. We got a new guy. Wait, I don't know.
Yo.
Below you, he's this way for me. So it's like the Brady Bunch.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Hey, where Hollywood squares, circle gets a square, you know.
So where am I compared to you guys? I'm to the left on my screen.
You're over there, but mine's mirrored actually, so you're probably over there. If I point that way, that's probably you.
There we go.
But yeah, this is.
So we got El Guapo.
El Guapo. That's
El Guapo.
What's
El Guapo
up?
over there.
El Guapo here.
We got Harry here. We got Bald down there. This is the Bald and Harry show. And for the first time on the show, we have a guest who is not a, what do you call it, direct relative, right? We are related, absolutely.
Like, he's not an immediate family member?
He's not an immediate family member. You would not get much time off of work if he died. Basically.
Oh, yeah.
That's probably how that goes.
Probably
you might have to take a vacation day.
Extended. You have to take a vacation day. Shit, I'm gonna feel bad. Don't drive after this.
Oh yeah, I'm staying put. Don't worry.
So Guapo, are you drinking Bud Light tonight?
Yeah, I have a Bud Light in preparation for our main dish. Just getting ready for it.
That's probably a really good idea.
That's kind of what me and Harry do is you have one or two at least before.
Yeah.
It's
you just kind of
number Quattro.
I don't even want to know how many it is for me. Yeah, you got to lube it up a little bit, you know, and we'll have a fun show. I think we got some fun stuff in store. I am really, really not looking forward to this beer. Can you even call it a beer? I don't think you can.
It says fine right on the bottle.
Yeah, but I don't think it
so
says.
It must be okay.
Yeah, it must be great if it says fine on the label, right?
Let's say fine.
I have had this beer. Bald, I know you have. You introduced it to me. El Guapo, though, has not encountered this beverage.
Oh, never heard of it before tonight, so it should be interesting.
Nice. Was it easy to find?
Yeah, I mean, I just went to the nearest. For it? No, it was actually really easy to find. I just went to the nearest liquor store and it was right there. I was surprised. I thought I was gonna have to ask someone, but yeah, it was pretty easy.
So it's really funny. You know, I recently moved in. We got this house and whatnot, and I usually for my beer or something I'll go to like the racetrack or the 7-Eleven or whatever. And there's been this really shitty convenience store, like 2 seconds away from my house. I'm like, I'm just gonna steer clear from the shitty convenience store. But sure enough, I made my first visit just to get this thing. So
you knew that they'd have it.
I knew that they would have it. The nice convenience store sure as hell didn't have it. The not so nice ones did.
That's
right.
All right, who's gonna show off the beer?
I think that's got to be you, dude. I mean, this is your thing.
I chose it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mine's bigger than yours.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Oh, God.
Got the little grenades, dude.
Mickey's.
I'm looking forward to this. The first time I ever had this beer was in my backyard. My boss brought it over, and he dumped out half of it and poured orange juice in it.
That's disgusting.
And he's like, "You ever had a Mickey's and OJ?" And I'm like, "No, but I'm about to." So we drank Mickey's and OJ. But I'm looking forward to it just straight up tonight.
Hell yeah.
God damn.
Dude, that bottle cap is dope. Got that stinger on there, man.
Reminds me of our buddies King and the Sting.
Yeah.
It's actually dope. I like that.
That doesn't smell good.
Doesn't smell bad. It doesn't smell any different than like St. Pauli Girl or whatever.
Wait, are your guys' plastic bottles or are they glass bottles?
Glass.
Because remember that one time we had Mickey's and OJ, it came in a plastic bottle, which I've never purchased alcohol in a plastic.
It's probably because once you get to the point where you're okay with drinking Mickey's and OJ, you should probably have plastic because you're gonna drop it.
Yes, that's a very good point.
Wasted.
It's a very good point. All right, Guapo, let's plunge in. Let's see what's going on here. Remember, at the end, we're going to rate on drinkability, flavor, and value.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. First time. Let's do it. Cheers. Cheers, boys.
Cheers, indeed.
That's good.
That ain't bad at all.
It's not as bad as I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Wait. That's pretty good.
I have to
I mean, it's not terrible.
I have to hold on to this like Trump holds on to a glass of water in order to drink it.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not Tank 7, but dude, this isn't garbage.
Have you guys seen Trump drink water before though? That's what he does. He goes. By the way, it's not a very political show, but I just had to comment. Oh, don't take a big swig of it. Small sips are the way to go on this one.
Dude, I'm almost halfway done already.
Oh.
I know.
Oh. Don't take the big swig. Go with short bursts.
Yo, Nate, where'd you get yours? Why is yours like a plastic bottle or whatever?
Well, this is a glass bottle.
Oh, it is, but it's just...
It's
okay.
So in the state of Florida, they do not allow the sale of 40 ounces.
Oh, really?
But they do allow the 32 ounces. I don't get it. Don't understand.
Interesting.
But if you were to buy a 40 ounce beverage container, I would say this would be a good candidate for that.
Mm-hmm.
The grocery store right by me had them in 40s. And not in the 6-pack, but I was at Walmart. And Walmart had the 6-pack.
So Guapo was saying that his dad used to drink these back in the college days.
Yep. That's what he said to me, yeah.
Nice.
It's an olden day beer, I guess. I don't know. I'm surprised I've never heard about this beer before. Never in my life.
They didn't have it in college at all? It wasn't a party drink or anything like that?
When I was at the U, no. I've never seen anyone drink this beer before. Never heard of it.
Because you are fresh out of school, right? Like literally, like
yeah, very fresh. As fresh as you can get. Yep, just graduated.
In fact, I'm bald. I didn't bring this segment up to you, but I think we're gonna go with it anyways. You had a interesting college life cycle. You went from one school to another school, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So you went to what I would say Bald and Harry's favorite school, to a school up north. We'll just go ahead and say you went from Nebraska, and then you went to where? You went to Minnesota. Is that right?
Yep. The U of M. Yep. That is
all right. So here's a little segment I prepared for us. I'm going to ask 5 questions, and Bald and I are going to say which college was better in that aspect. So,
all right.
so just as an example, I would say which college had better food, Nebraska or Minnesota? And Bald and I will figure out our own answer, and then you tell us what the actual answer is, and the guy with the most answers at the end wins.
Okay.
You already have the questions ready?
I have a few of them. If you can come up with one if you want to. That's completely okay. We don't really go by script here. Shit. I had them. They're somewhere over here. All right. I mean, this one's an easy one.
Okay.
Minnesota or Nebraska? Which girls were hotter? Paul, what do you think?
I figured that was going to be the number one question. If it
Gotta be the number one. That's on all of our minds the whole time, right?
Yeah.
All right, so Guapo,
it's a tough one because Minnesota that's a big school. That's like one of the biggest schools, right?
I can't think.
It's a metropolitan area, so you get all these. I mean, you're coming in from all different walks of life.
Sure. So you have more of a variety. Is what you're saying?
Yes. Yeah. Plus, I've always said this: the girls up north are different because they have that Nordic descent with the blonde hair, blue eyes.
I mean, you also have to think about what our guest is into as well. That's going to influence his decision.
That's very true.
Yeah.
I'm going U of M.
I'm going good old Nebraska.
Ooh.
And here's why I'm saying Nebraska. He started there, right? So that meant he was a teenager while he was there. So his views are going to be influenced more when he was younger.
It's like anything walking around with a pear and a booty.
Exactly. He was like, what? There's more females than just my high school? This is amazing. And then by the time he got to Minnesota, he was just like, eh.
He's a seasoned vet by then.
Exactly. All right. What is it? Is it we got Minnesota or Nebraska? Which girls are hot?
All right. So when Tony was talking about there's more of a variety, he was spot on with that. That's very true. Nebraska, I'm sorry, but there is only a small selection of hot girls. And that's a fact. So the U of M, 100%.
Oh, U of M. Hotter girls up there in Minnesota.
Oh, yep, of course.
There you go.
All
right. Bald's on the board. Airy is still at 0. Hey, I got more. I got more to go.
Yeah.
This one, again, is going to be influenced by your age and when you attended. Which university had better parties? Which university had better parties?
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm going to go with Nebraska on this one because it's a smaller town. There's less to do. Yep. You aren't like right by downtown Minneapolis where you can go to the Spearmint Rhino and do shit like that. Like all there is to do is campus parties in the frat houses, off campus at people's apartments, stuff like that. So I'm going to go with Nebraska on that.
I'm also going with Nebraska, and the reason I'm going with Nebraska is it's too fucking cold in Minnesota to even leave your house to really even want to do anything. So, like you think of like a cool party, that's probably like a big party. You might have to walk a little ways to get there.
Yeah.
And I was going to say Nebraska. So we both agree on this one, Nebraska.
Yeah. All right.
Guapo.
Yeah. So when I was in Nebraska, I was actually in a frat. So for sure, Nebraska had the better parties. You guys are both right.
It's the difference.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm on the board. I got one. Bald, still with his commanding lead, 2-1. So as you can tell, the viewers of this show know that Bald and Harry take pizza very seriously. Very, very big deal. Major component of our life, right? So Who has the edge, Nebraska or Minnesota, when it comes to pizza that's available to you?
Okay. There's two different ways to look at this.
This is a complicated one.
So I've had pizza in both locales.
Now, hang on a second. There's a sub-caveat thing that I need to make sure of here because I don't remember. And Matt, don't get offended if I screw this up. You worked at a pizza restaurant. If I'm not mistaken.
I did. Yeah.
You worked at the same pizza restaurant that I worked at when I was young.
Yeah, really?
Papa Murphy's, right?
Yep, exactly. I worked there for a long ass time. Yeah.
So you had just making sure I understood that.
You guys worked at the lazy pizza place, dude. You didn't even have to
dude, if you're gonna work at a pizza place, work at Papa Murphy's.
Oh yeah.
It's fantastic.
Oh my god, yeah.
A cook or a chef. I just put shit on the thing. That's really all.
Slab of dough.
Yeah, and then wrapped it up and gave it to you.
Very easy job. I loved it.
Fantastic job. But okay, so you were talking pizza between Minnesota and Nebraska.
So when you think pizza in Lincoln at the University of Nebraska, the first thing you go to is
Valentino's.
At a Husker game. What do you have? Two options. You either go with a run or you go with the slice of Valentino. Both very good options. I go with the slice of Valentino's hamburger pizza. It's hot. It's good. It's ready. Pretty good pizza. But I was in Minneapolis for the summer. I think I even texted El Guapo about this. I went to this pizza down by the Target Center, and it was called Pizza Luce.
Oh,
it was some of the best pizza I've ever had in my life.
So you have some insider information. You already know that El Guapo has a favorite station in or around.
I don't know if El Guapo has ever had this pizza before. I'd let him in on it. I told him if he's ever got a date, a hot girl that he wants to impress, bring her to a nice pizza spot, this is where to go.
Or since there's so many varieties of women, you could go on multiple dates.
Yes.
Each one there.
Yes.
Okay.
It was a great place. It was right by Target Field. So if you wanted to go someplace right before the game, great spot. But the pizza was awesome. I had it twice while I was up there.
Well, that
so I'm
pizza,
going with the U of M because that pizza was way better than Valentino.
This is off topic. That pizza that you're talking about, or Big Nick's in New York when we were like 8 years old walking around New York City.
Big Nick's in New York was the best pizza ever,
dude, if you ever, I mean, there's probably like 8 places called Big Nick's Pizza, but take your chances, man. It was good shit. I'm going with, I mean, I know I need to pick up some points here. But, yeah, Minnesota's got to have better pizza than Nebraska. Nebraska is not known for pizza, right? So unless there's some mom and pop shop in Lincoln that I don't know about, got to be Minnesota.
All right. Did you guys both answer it? Tony's or Bald said Minnesota, right?
Yeah, we both agree. It's got to be Minnesota.
All right. Yeah, you guys are right. I mean, when I went to Nebraska, I went to, what was it? Valentino's, you said?
Yeah.
I went there once, but it's like
it's really not that good pizza.
I honestly forgot about my whole experience there, about going to that pizza place. So
it must not have been that good.
It's
eliminated.
My experience with the U and all the pizza places around the U is more fresh in my mind. I just went there like 2 days ago to a place called Frank and Andrea's. That's where you go after the bar, and it's so good. So definitely Minnesota wins that round.
I'm undefeated, dude. Undefeated.
Bald is hitting 1,000. He's got 3, and I'm at 2. Bald, I only have one more question, so I want to give you the opportunity to spit one out if you got one.
Okay. We're talking about school here, so the number one thing about school is to get your education, right?
Allegedly.
So, you went to one school, you went to the other school. Which school had the tougher classes?
Okay. Let's think about that.
That's a tough one. I'll let you think about it first, Harry.
Underclass versus upper class, that's a whole thing, So you kind of got to throw a scale in there too.
because he was only first semester.
Yeah, that's true.
So he's got to think about like, okay, well, these are probably some survey courses, history.
A survey. I took that class too.
Survey. Yeah, it must have been a survey.
Yeah, it was.
So you got to think about that, but also, I don't know. U of M has this old like Big Ten type feeling, like this academia place. So I'm going to go with U of M. U of M had the harder classes. Big Ten's like
they're both Big Ten. They're both.
I know,
Big Ten.
but Nebraska's sellout Big Ten for money.
Nebraska is like pseudo Big Ten kind of thing.
Yeah.
So you think Minnesota's like, we're traditional.
Compared to Nebraska, Nebraska's like, hey, are you a farmer from Western Nebraska? Of course we'll accept you.
You don't think there's farmers from central Minnesota who they just don't accept? Like,
no, they go to like Mankato or something.
Yeah.
That's a good point. They're like, I'm afraid of the big city. I'm not going.
Yeah.
Harder classes. You know what? I'm trying to catch up here. I'm going to go with Nebraska. That's why he left. He's like, this shit's fucking ridiculous. This is bonkers, man. I got to get out of here to somewhere that I can survive and keep my head above water. I mean, that would make sense to me.
All right. That is an interesting question. So like you both mentioned, I was only there for a semester. So I was just taking all of like the introduction classes. Yeah. So I feel like there's some there that's not really fair to compare, but I don't know. When I went to Nebraska, I got like a 3.7, and I was still in that frat, and like I didn't get any sleep at all. So
that's pretty easy.
It's pretty easy. And then I transferred to the U of M, and then I got a 2.9. So well, I mean, that was my first. It was such a difference. So the U is definitely more difficult than Nebraska. Sorry. But just compare that a 3.6 to a 2.9.
Right, and you were partying the entire time.
Yeah, exactly.
Classes.
Even if you weren't partying, people in your house were, so you couldn't even sleep or get anything done.
I didn't get any sleep. I barely studied, and I still got like a 3.7. And then I went to the U of M. I got plenty of sleep. I studied a lot. Still got a 2.9. So it was like a big transition. So yeah, the U definitely more difficult than Nebraska. Sorry to all those Nebraskan folks, but that school is very easy.
Well, I lost this game.
Do you have like a good question? Because I have a pretty good question. If you don't have like
I had a very random question actually.
Okay.
It doesn't have to do
then go for it.
With the university. Out of the two campuses, which campus had better maintained sidewalks?
Ooh.
Better maintained sidewalks.
They both get snow, and, so there's that.
I would say, coming from my college experience, I went to Wyoming, and they didn't do anything to the sidewalks. They were covered in ice all winter long. A normal thing walking from class to class was to see people take diggers and potentially break their toe.
That was fun, though.
It was until it was you.
Well, sure. The joke's got to be on you eventually, right?
That's just so I'm going to say Nebraska took better care of the sidewalks.
I agree with that for kind of a different reason. Nebraska's all about like, what is it? Nebraska's like the good life state, and have a lot of pride, like about their kind of stuff. Or Minnesota, I think it's more just like, yeah, big fucking school, come here. And obviously,
suck it up, Buttercup. Find your way to walk across.
We got good pizza, and our shit's tough. So good luck getting to class on time, even though it's fucking tough. So Nebraska is more like, hey, I'm going to cater to these cupcakes here a little bit and make their experience more enjoyable. By the way, we have awesome parties. You're going to need a sidewalk to get to that party. Thus, Nebraska's sidewalks are better.
All right. So when I went to Nebraska, it was only semester, so there wasn't a lot of snow. But the U of M it's complete shit. Like I felt recently, like this last semester that I was there, I fell so many times because they don't take care of their sidewalks. So you guys both get the point. Nebraska for sure.
Defeated in Nebraska.
5 for 5. Look at that. And we had a good mix. It wasn't all Minnesota or all Nebraska. Like wasn't a unanimous decision. Oh, this is when huge prostate gets in the way of the show. And then when I go and edit them later, it's a pain in the ass. I got to go edit these pee breaks out.
The pee break.
Because he can only drink one beer before he has to pee.
And then he has to piss, yeah.
Tiny bladder sissies. You good to go?
We're ready.
We're good.
I'm just gonna finish this thing and piss in that. So funny story about 40s. We're always looking for different things to do on this show. And of course, the thought of Edward 40 Hands has come up. And we immediately decided we cannot do that because Bald would have to piss within 3 minutes of starting it. And as you can see, he's in his basement alone. Like it just wouldn't work. So that's a segment that we will never do unless we get somebody to install a catheter, maybe. That could be an option to do that. But hey, congrats, Bald. You nailed me on the Nebraska versus Minnesota decision tree engine there. That was good. That was very good.
What do we got on tap? Is it trivia time?
Let's jump to our other favorite segment. You got a thing?
Bald and Harry trivia.
That's pretty good. It's trivia time for Bald and Harry. This is the segment where we ask our viewers, usually immediate family members, the ones that you get, extended days off when they die. But we have a special treat on this one. This I'm very excited about. I don't know what the question is, obviously. That's the other part. It's really hard. Could be a crappy question. Could be a really good question. We'll see. But I do have somebody that we all know sent me a trivia question for us. And if you give me about 8 hours, I will be able to pull it up onto our screens and we can watch it together. And hang on. Let's go ahead and do my screen here. Okay. So here's the question. If you guys are ready, let's go.
Hi, Bald and Harry. Here's your trivia question. What was Elton John's first #1 hit in America?
So you recognize that lady, right?
Yeah, we all do. We all recognize that lady. Wow, very nice of her to do this.
So the question,
mom there.
And there's El Guapo's mom right there giving us trivia. So the question is, what was Elton John's first #1 hit? Is that what I heard? Is that what you guys heard too?
Yeah.
Old school Elton John.
There's a lot of Elton John hits. Like that? I'm trying to think, I can't, off the top of your head, what do you name Elton John hits?
What? I could name 10 of them. Well, maybe not 10.
I can tell you which one it isn't. It's The Circle of Life.
No, that would be his last one. Good song though.
Wait, Elton. Okay.
Elton John's first number.
God, that movie just came out. I haven't seen it though.
I haven't seen it, but the
The
title
Elton
of the
John
movie is Rocket Man, right?
Oh, there we
could
go.
be. Could be Benny and the Jets.
Could be that too.
Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. Is that Elton John?
Nope, that would be the Beatles.
The Beatles.
Okay.
And then there's your song by Elton John too.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a really good one.
I feel like that could potentially be it.
I mean, because he's got all these hits, but who knows if they're number one hits or not?
And all of us are too young to know the order of them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got the good old, like, what was it, Crocodile Rock? Dang. It seems like, I mean, Rocket Man is like the first easy choice, but he was probably established when he made that, right?
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
But you could be established with no number one hit.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of any other Elton John hits.
Oh, Tiny Dancer.
Tiny Dancer's a good one. Ooh.
Game changer right there, dude.
Also known as Tony Danza. It's a really funny song if you change Tiny Dancer into Tony Danza. Oh, make loose, Tony Danza.
I'm going to go with Rocket Man. I think I like that choice.
I think I'm going with Tony Danza.
Damn, so we all have conflicting answers on this one.
What's yours, Guapo?
I was going to say your song, but it could be Tiny Dancer. I have no idea at all. So
hey, I like the coverage that the show has here. It improves our odds of the show getting it right.
I mean, we could all three just be really wrong, but at the same time.
There's probably some bullshit song that we never heard of, and at that point we'll go and listen to it.
All right. I'm good with whatever the boys want to say here. I have no idea.
Yeah, we don't need a collective answer. That's okay. We can each have our own.
That's
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, then I'm locking in my answer.
You're going with your song.
Yes, I am.
Because you don't remember if they're green or they're blue.
Exactly.
Let's see. Let's do this. As you can tell, I'm really good with this. All right, let's do it.
The answer is Crocodile Rock.
Oh, you mentioned it! Man, I totally didn't think that would be it. Not at all. Crocodile Rock. It's a great song, though, isn't it? Man.
I didn't think that'd be a number one, dude. That
Me
like
neither. I thought that would be like some B-side that somebody found and put on the radio. And they're like, damn, look at this shit. Let's listen to this. You know, man, who would have thought his first number one?
Music must have sucked back then, dude. Rock was number one.
Music sucks right now. Are you kidding me? Holy
dude,
shit.
You got
what?
the Jonas Brothers right now.
The Joe Bros.
Oh,
yeah,
really,
dude.
That's like your thing? Is that what the cool people call them, the Joe Bros?
No,
Sucker?
Dude, no, I don't know. I thought that's what people called them. I don't really listen to them though.
Yeah, I don't know either. Bald would know.
You guys have never heard the song "Sucker"?
No.
Yeah, that's on the radio a lot. Because I don't have an aux cord, so I have to listen to the radio. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I listen to radio, and I purposely don't listen to that shit.
You
It's
listen
great.
to talk radio, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
you gotta talk radio.
Talk radio is where it's at. It's entertaining. You know,
So is the Joe Bros.
the Joe Bros. I thought, didn't they break up or something? Like, and then are they
They're
like back now?
brothers. Can you break up with your brothers?
No, they all tried to make their own money, and then it didn't work out. So they're all like, "Shit, we got to get back together to make more money."
And they were like, man, all them 12-year-old girls are all grown up now. We got to change our image.
Yeah, have to change our appearances to cater to our target audience here.
Dude, how much alcohol is in this thing? Does anybody know?
That's what I was just going to ask. The next Bald and Hairy trivia question is how much alcohol?
Mine is, it is not on the label.
Either
There could very well be 0% alcohol in here because it is not
but there
on the
could be
label.
8. I don't know. Google that up, dude.
Yeah, let's take a look. Let's take a look. This is a segment.
You guys look on the inside of your caps.
I did. There's
Oh, no.
nothing on mine. Nothing on mine.
There's
Mickey's
stuff on ours.
ABV.
Yo,
5.6.
what is this? What's in the inside of our caps? What is
Let me
this?
see.
Like, you know those here.
Hold it up.
It's like those games where you like guess like
Oh,
the
like
same based on the
train
pictures.
B ice.
Like be not.
Oh,
Spoon
oh,
ice.
okay.
Be not or nice. Yeah.
Be what? Be naughty or nice?
Not. Be nice. Be night. Or nice.
Let me see it again,
Something
man.
like that.
Be. What's that? That's a be not tenny.
Yeah.
Be.
Tenny.
That looks like a railroad track to me. That doesn't look
It's
like a knot.
or. It's a knot, dude.
Is that a tennis racket? Oh, that's an or. Be not
Or
nice. It's be
Or-
naughty or nice. That's what it is.
naughty or nice.
Oh,
Be
be
naughty
naughty
or
or nice.
nice.
There we
How
go.
about this one? This one's different.
I
I'm
am without a brain. Wait,
Yeah, I'm with mindless.
I'm with.
I'm with. That doesn't really make sense.
I don't know. It's kind of cool though.
All right, this one's the easiest one you'll ever see in your life. So we're gonna put it up. You see that?
Balls to the wall.
Yeah.
I never quite understood that phrase. Like, am I literally supposed to slap my balls against the wall? If that's what it takes.
That's what it takes. You gotta do it. You just gotta slap it.
Slap the balls to the wall. We've got one more segment, dude. This is our newest segment and possibly our most fun segment.
Okay.
This segment, we need a little backstory. So the whole idea with Bald and Hairy is to share Bald and Hairy with the world, especially the men and women who put a lot of hard work in making these fine beverages.
Right.
This one isn't a good example.
Fine, right on the label.
Right there, fine.
So we both want to share this on the internet for viewers, but we would love to get in touch with the distributors and the brewers and the people who really put in some hard work. So it's Bald's responsibility to run our Instagram page, which I haven't really seen anything because I don't really follow Instagram. So good luck. But he always forgets to actually take a picture of the beer. So to actually make that happen, we installed a segment called Bald and Hairy Take a Selfie with the Beer. So all we do is we literally take a selfie with the beer, and then we watch how long it takes Bald to actually take his selfie with the beer because it's hilarious. It takes a really long time for him to do it. So watch me. Bald, this is how you do it. You go.
Hey.
There it is, right? And then you also need to share it with the show too, which that's really easy too. You click like 3 things and you email it to me and you're done. So all in all, that took me about maybe 15 seconds. Watch how long it takes in. This is great. In a minute.
Wait,
So he records on his phone. So anytime he exits the app, we don't get his video. We can usually still hear him. So in about 5 or 6 seconds, we're going to hear something that says something along the lines of, "How do you share a picture via email?" That's what he does.
I did it this time.
Did you get it shared? You didn't share it yet.
I sent it to your email.
Wait, am I doing this too? Can I do this too?
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
I wanna be on your pages, be an inspiration to everyone to watch Bald and Hairy. I need a new beer right now.
Hey, Harry.
What's up?
You know what you should do right now?
What's that?
Is you should call the 800 line, see if they can tell you for sure how much alcohol is.
I can do that. I'm looking for it on my bottle. Dude, I guarantee you Guapo's selfie game is better than ours.
Oh, it's a pretty good selfie. I'm sorry, guys.
I'm going to, Guapo,
Okay.
I'm going to email you, or I'm sorry, text you my email address to send that. I don't want 12 of our followers to email me. That'd be awful if they did that. Even though you can actually see it on my screen when I share it. But it's a really original email address, let me tell you. All right, so I have Mickey's phone number. We're going to call them on speakerphone here and see if we can get a hold of them.
Thank you for calling our call center is closed at this time. Our regular hours
Oh,
10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Wednesday. 7 p.m.
they're always closed.
a.m. to 7 p.m. on Fridays, Central Time, excluding holidays.
They don't work these days?
Call us back during these hours, or you may visit our website at millercoors.com.
You want to say what's up?
Question or comment. If this is a medical emergency, please have
Anyway, there's that.
Yeah, we are. Hey, Harry, we got Lil Red wants to say hi to the group.
Little Red.
Little
Red.
Red.
Lil Red, come in here.
This is actually happening.
Yeah. Here's
Little
another-
Red.
Lil Red.
Hey, there she is. Little
I thought he was
Red.
lying. I thought this wasn't live or something.
No, it's totally live. It's what we do.
Film.
How are you
There
guys
it
liking
is.
the beers?
Bald and Harry.
Love
The
They're
Bald
good.
and Hairy.
It's
All right.
better than I thought.
If Little Red's on here, she has to try the beer. So here you go.
it. Yeah.
I guess that's the rules of the games, right?
I guess. He just made them.
Well, what do you think? Is it all right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Never in a million years would I think that a female would be like, yeah, I like Mickey's. I mean, like, really?
What have you had to drink tonight, Little Red?
Okay. I mean, I wouldn't order it at a bar, but it wasn't bad.
Little Red's
have you
been
drank
just
anything tonight?
No.
not at all.
Mm-mm.
Little Red's been reading a book tonight.
Yeah, I was reading a book.
Reading a book on
Kind
a
of different
Friday
than you
night?
guys.
Yeah.
That's the difference between Nebraska, Minnesota, and Creighton.
That's right.
Yep. That is.
As
That is.
I actually don't, I probably shouldn't announce on the internet, but yes, I did go to Creighton as well. That's not what I do. That's not what happens to this guy. But University of Phoenix actually has the best sidewalks in the world because mine look fucking amazing right outside my yard. Just letting you know. Way better than any university you will go to.
Well, thanks for the special feature.
Yeah, are you going to be a guest someday, right?
Yeah, maybe I'll be a guest someday. I get the
All right.
pleasure.
Let us know. We'll make it happen. I promise the beer will be better that time.
Okay, sounds good. See you guys.
All right. Well, there you go. We have two of them now. Two people on the show who are not direct relatives. Let's take a look at some of the selfies that are rolling in here.
Oh shit! I still haven't done it yet.
It's all right. Usually, Bald
Wait,
takes
me?
like 18 years. So, here we go. Here we go. There's the Harry Mickey's beer. Not the best
that's
selfie I've
nice.
had. Not the best one I've had. Let's check.
You look really hairy there.
Dude, I even trimmed this shit down just for the show. Just for the show, I trimmed it down. Let's see. We got. Oh, look at you! You're actually looking at the space you're using this week. I'm very proud of you. There you go. There's the fine malt liquor selfie there.
There we go.
Fantastic. Guapo, I think I have one coming in from you, right?
All right. Yep. Guapo just sent it.
There we go. It's going to be a good one. Oh, by far the best one that we have seen so far. Probably the best selfie on the Bald and Harry show. We have for you, everybody. Didn't know if you knew this, but we also have Luke Skywalker on the show, too. So that's fantastic.
Look at that guy.
Dang!
Like the most
You put a
interesting
filter
video.
on that?
Yeah, I know. Look at, I mean, shit, the guy's name is El Guapo, I mean, that's just, Mickey's,
What's El Guapo's relationship status?
Ooh, interesting question. Hang on. This is the bonus round. This is for the win.
Oh, okay. That's for the win.
We can get this right. So let's break it down to, let's say Facebook statuses, right? You have single, it's complicated, and in a relationship, right? Because we know he's not married. Unless you got married, let's eliminate that one, right?
No, we're not married here.
Going with it's complicated.
I'm going with single.
We have single versus it's complicated. For the win on El Guapo Trivia. Let's hear it.
Oh, all right. For the win. Bald gets it. Bald gets the win.
Single man. Bang.
Bald's a genius. Bald's a genius.
He lives closer to you. I understand. Really far away.
Although it could be complicated, but
whoa,
we're leaning more on Bald's side. It's like a 55, 45. So
you pretty much cut the umbilical cord.
You're able to do whatever you want to do.
There would be no consequences if you went to a strip club tonight, basically.
Exactly. So that's why we're siding with Bald right now.
Gotcha.
No consequences for anything.
Wouldn't that be like the determining factor between it's complicated and single is if you straight up just went to a strip club tonight without telling anybody, and then that person found out and it didn't mean anything, that would be single. If she was pissed off, then it's kind of complicated.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a pretty good rule of thumb, if you ask me.
That is. I agree with that.
Gentlemen, what do you say we rate this thing?
Yeah.
How many have you guys had? Because I'm almost through my 32 ouncer. Oh.
I'm almost done with my third one here.
So you're through 3. Okay, so that's 24 ounces. And here comes the second pee break. There it goes. Figure out what we're going to rate this thing. Here comes the true brass tacks of what we really feel. We've talked a lot. We've had a lot of fun. But what do you guys really think?
Drinkability.
Drinkability. I mean, this dude
Guapo's
has.
got to be up there. He's already drank 3 of them.
I mean, he's already through 3. It's been less than an hour than he started, mind you. And what did we say? These were 5 point something?
1 through 5. What?
No, the
5.6.
Oh,
5.6.
the alcohol level.
Yeah. It's really funny as I film these things. I can't tell if it's Bald's Wi-Fi that's getting worse or my vision. That's hard to tell which one.
I do have kids playing Call of Duty right now, so you never know.
Call of Duty, the GOAT.
Are you Call of Duty?
Are you talking about the new one?
We have not played the new one.
Oh, really?
Black
I
Ops
mean,
4.
I'm a fan of every Call of Duty game. Actually, it depends. After Black Ops 2 or 3, it kind of gets a little iffy. Like, that's when I stopped buying COD games, but I'm still a big fan
No
of COD.
Blackout for you?
No, Black Ops 2 is actually my favorite Call of Duty game ever. So,
No,
did
Blackout.
you ever play?
You play Blackout?
Wait, are you talking about Call of Duty,
Royale.
right?
Yeah. The
Black Ops 4.
Black Ops 4, where it's
Black.
Battle Royale, you know, where you got 100 dudes fighting against each other.
Wait. Are you talking about like Fortnite right now or what?
It is
like
the
Fortnite,
it's the
only
Call of
better
Duty
than
version
Call
of
of Duty.
Fortnite.
All right, I don't know if I'm on this. I don't know what you're talking about, to be honest.
Are you saying that Bald and Harry are ahead of you on the Call of Duty chain? I mean,
Nah,
come
'cause-
on, man.
No, there's a new Call of Duty out right now. It's
Yeah, the
Mod-
one
Modern
right
Warfare.
before that.
Yeah,
Right, so
Modern
the one-
Warfare.
The one right before that one.
Okay, yeah, I've never played that game. Never.
You
Are
should
you
get on it.
Xbox or PlayStation?
Xbox.
There we go.
Xbox
it
for
up.
sure, 100%.
We'll play some Blackout together.
All right, let's do it. I like that, man.
So drinkability, 1 out of 5. 5 being very drinkable. 1 being you can't even choke it down.
I need another sip to determine
Guapo's the fucking man, dude.
that. Oh, goddamn.
I mean, there's really not much to it, right?
Yeah, I mean,
It's easy to drink, for sure.
yeah, it is. Definitely
Don't-
is easy to drink.
No, I can't give it a 5, though. I can't. Just out of sheer, I paid $2.50 for a 32-ounce beer. I can't give it a 5. So to me, it's a 4.
Can we go on like the point scales, like 0.5 and type shit, or what?
Fortunately, there are no 0.5s.
Oh,
Yeah.
You
okay.
gotta,
All or nothing.
All or nothing. Okay. I respect that. I would honestly give it a 4 too. It's not hard to drink at all. Like I'm almost down with 4, so it's pretty easy.
I'm gonna go with a 4 also. It's
4 is
there's
across the
beers
board.
that deserve the 5s, but this one is up there. It's easy to drink, but I feel like if you haven't had any beers beforehand, maybe it'd be a little bit harder to drink.
Yeah,
Agreed.
I agree with that. That's a
So,
good point.
for comparison, last week we had Red Stripe, and that was a 5 on drinkability because it was like a Bud Light that actually had some flavor to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where this is like, Speaking of flavor, 1 is one of the worst beers you've ever had, and 5 is one of the best you've ever had.
It's not a bad beer.
It's not a good beer.
But does it lean towards bad or does it lean towards good?
Well, again, I always go for comparisons. Always go for comparisons, right?
Yeah.
Here's a great comparison. We had the same rating for PBR a few weeks back at a 3.
It's a 3. It's a 3.
That's what I was gonna give it.
You guys can go 3. I'm going 2. I would much rather have a PBR. Much rather. I would enjoy the flavor of a PBR before this one.
I never knew the saying. I feel like a dumbass, but it's like 6 half dozen or one or the other or something like that.
Can honestly say I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
What do they call it? 6 or a half dozen or one or the other, something like that.
You're saying it's
same thing.
Mickey's might even have more alcohol, which that leads to a major factor of the value of our beers. Value, how much did you guys pay for your Sixers? So I think you guys both got the same thing, right? You guys both got the same.
Mine was $6.50.
Yep, that was what my price was too. $6.50.
I'm pretty sure I paid less than $2.50 for this 32 ounce. Like
Less
I think
less than what? $2 and what?
Less than $2.50 because I walked out of the store with more than 50 cents and change in bills, and so I think it was like $2.35, if I'm not mistaken. And that's for 32 ounces.
This is all right. I feel like this is where I come in because I'm all for that value, man. Because I was a college student. And I was, I always looked at the price,
This is a fantastic comparison because all three of us are in very different stages of our life. We have Bald down here who has 4 kids, right? He's got a mortgage and raising a family and trying to figure that shit out. You got this guy, the true definition of a dink, dual income, no kids, married, got a house. We can spend money on whatever the hell we want to do. We're okay. Then you got this guy who, fresh out of college, he's got a career coming up, making it, but he's still got those college roots of like, hey man, I remember eating ramen for breakfast and dinner.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Very 3 different backgrounds, very 3 different point of views. What is the value of this? So what does this mean to you? That's kind of what I think of it. Bald's going with a solid 4. He didn't even take long to think about that one. Guapo's thinking about it. He's thinking.
All right. Okay. So I got 6 of them for $6.50. And here's what I'm thinking. At the liquor store right next to my house, there's always deals on whatever it is, Bud Light, Miller Lite, other shitty beers. And like you can literally buy a beer for like 50 cents. It'll be like 24 pack for like $10. So I'm thinking, although this beer is reasonably tasty, like it tastes all right.
He is a true college student. He's writing a book about this. This is great.
and it has a reasonable alcohol level. I'm gonna say a 3. I want to put a 3 on that.
With the 3, he's going. This is.
I'm thinking I can find something better. I think I can find something better than this, and it will do the duty.
You're saying what's the difference? I can find this anytime. It's not a big deal. I get that.
And that's the college student coming out of me. To be honest with you, Yeah.
Respect, dude. Respect.
Definite respect there, no doubt. And I also go with a 3, and the reason I go with a 3 is it's freaking Mickey's. You know, you're getting what you expect. Okay, what do you expect out of this? Is exactly what you're getting. A pretty gross beer that has some good alcohol in it, and you don't have to blow the bank to get it. That's value to me. That's what you get. Now here is the $1 million question, or the $2.35 question. Would you guys buy this again?
Hell yeah, dude. And I get some OJ with it next time, dude.
If I can get a 40 with this, I'd buy it again.
Okay, I think that's valid. And this is a really hard question. I mean, would I ever buy it again? I mean, yes, I think I already have some nostalgic value with this, where Bald and Harry and I drank this in my old house while my wife was laughing at us. We have our awesome guest on this show that I'm already creating memories with, which means anytime I see a Mickey's, I'll think of this time. So yes, absolutely, I'll remember this beer and want to.
Oh yeah.
Moment.
Yes.
That's very true. I forgot to mention that. Hell yeah.
So literally, out of the 50-some beers that we reviewed on this, every single time I want to drink it again because I have such a good time recording this and publishing this. So hell yeah, I'll buy this beer again. But that's, with a grain of salt.
I agree with that. That's a good way to
Number one
put it.
question of the night is, where's El Guapo's dad?
Oh man, where is El Guapo's dad? He should be drinking this beer with us right now.
Hell yeah, he should.
Is he there?
Slam one down right now. Is he home?
Nah,
He's
home for sure. I don't know where he is though.
How long would it take to get El Guapo's dad to drink an entire 12-ounce Mickey's? How quickly do you think he could slam one down if we challenged him and told him that we all guessed how long it would take?
All right, let's do that. I'm gonna go get him.
Guess.
All right,
hold up. I'm gonna go get him right now.
I'll go take a leak real quick.
All right. We got some sad news. El Guapo's dad he's gone, down and away. He's
out for the count.
He's out for the count.
Too many gooses.
That's what happens. That's what happens.
Too many gooses. All right, well, that's for another show, I guess. We will get him on here.
I know. I wanted to see him slam down a Mickey with us, but
so here's what we'll do then. Is let's make our guesses right now of how long it would take him to down a Mickey's. And tomorrow afternoon, you approach him and be like, "Hey, man, let's see how quickly you can down one of these with me."
All right.
You let me know.
He's got a wide mouth, dude. I'm going 19 seconds.
I think he can beat that. I mean, I know he has some, he's lost some tread off the tires, but I think I'm going with 13 seconds. 13 seconds he can down a Mickey's.
All right. Yeah, I'll go right in between you guys and say 15. 15's my answer.
All right.
Oh, what was yours? You said 19?
I said 19.
19. I got, what did I say? 13? And
Yeah.
Guapo 15. Guapo, bonus points if you can get that video footage that we can post here. That would be fantastic. If
right,
not, just let me know the result, and we'll make sure the internet knows who wins there. All right.
Yeah, I'll definitely ask tomorrow. I'll get that too.
All right, guys. Well, I think that
tell El Guapo's dad that he's a woman's sexual reproduction part for falling asleep so early.
Yes. Please tell him that he is a uterus for not doing it.
He's a uterus. Dude, I know, like, what?
I can.
It's
I just looked up and my wife is looking at me through the window and she just did this. Such a look of disappointment.
the Friday night, man. You can't just try to chug a beer for the boys real quick.
I know, dude.
Oh, he's gonna be disappointed tomorrow. He's like, "You didn't wake me up? What? Come on, Mickey's." All right, dudes. Well, thanks for having a beer or two. That's just what counts as one, right? It's just one container. That's one.
It's only one beer.
Only one beer. Guapo, thank you for showing up.
You were good, dude.
Yeah. Congrats
this was fun. This was fun.
Yeah, for sure. And congrats on your graduation, man. I'm excited for you to see what you can do and put that to use and make a bunch of money and shit. I mean, that's the whole point, right?
Hell yeah, dude. That's what I'm trying to do.
Make it happen so you can buy Mickey's, but don't have to. That's why you go to college so you can buy Mickey's, but you don't have to.
Exactly.
If every college dean would just look at it that way, and recruit that way, that'd be the way to go. But it's been fun, dudes. Hang tight. Have a good night, dudes.
All right.
All righty.
All right. It was nice talking to you guys.
Thanks, guys.
You got it. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night. We'll see ya.
Later.
All right.
Thank you.